the studio with us this morning is Dr. Jason Leong, doctor by profession, but comedy is his passion.
Yes, and while you were performing gigs in the US, your wife was with you the entire time. So what was it like performing in front of her?
I perform in front of her very regularly. In fact, I run through all my jokes with her.
Okay.
And she is a very harsh judge and critic, because even if a joke is really funny, she'll be like, that's okay.
Okay.
You know, but it was fun because for us it was our delayed honeymoon. We got married 3 years ago, but we decided not to have a honeymoon, or rather I decided not to have a honeymoon, or rather I couldn't afford a honeymoon because we wanted to buy a house first. So the money that we had, we used to buy a house, and 3 years later, this is our deal.
That's so practical, Jason.
Thank you. I mean, I'm talking to practical people,
You're
right?
a practical
That's
comedian.
how old we are.
Oh my goodness! And your wife, so she's cool with half the references that reflect back on her on
not
her
really.
marriage and things like that.
Well, in the US, there were not much references to how I was married. You know what I mean? But in Malaysia,
so you were a single guy performing on stage, lah.
Well, I don't even say that, so that's not fair. But it was fun. It was nice to have her there. She was like my personal assistant slash manager slash photographer slash
Wife.
Wife. So it was very fun to travel around with her, and yeah, it was a good experience.
I just want to know, you're still a practicing doctor, are you? Yeah.
Yep.
You're an orthopedic.
No. I just like working in as like a low profile general practitioner in a government clinic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they allow you to take all this time off.
They don't know.
You don't know you're here?
No, they do. They're very understanding. Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing that part time or what? What's the story there?
Well, it's full time, but hopefully in the future I get to probably quit or resign and do comedy full time. You know, but medicine has been a part of me for 10 years, so it's hard to erase that part of me, or it's hard to take it as backseat. But yeah, that's my dream to do.
How do your parents feel about having put you through university,
spending so much of money?
Well, they are very supportive because they see how happy it makes me, and also but I mean in Malaysia, comedians can earn a fair bit of money. So when they see that, they go, okay, you're doing the right thing. So Chinese parents very money minded, so that as long as you got money, that's fine. It's like like they were like you sure you can make money, That's why I said recently there was this I want to touch a dog event, which is great because it shows that all dogs are God's creatures. I want to make an event for Chinese parents. It's called I Want to Touch an Art Stream Student.
Okay.
I'll put it this way. Maybe it's a bit selfish of me, you know what I mean? But the thing is, there are thousands of doctors in Malaysia, and there are only about 10 to 15 comedians in Malaysia. So I think maybe I want to feel special.
Okay, fair enough.
But there's only one life, and we all have one life, and I think you should make the best out of it. You know what I mean?
Hey, wow, you're opening for Harith Iskander.
Yeah.
Dah practice belum?
Dah banyak. But the thing is, for me, this has actually come full circle. There's a story I like to tell that 8 years ago, I took my then girlfriend,
now wife,
to a show by Harith called But That's Another Story. It was 8 years ago at KL Pack, and there was a 10 ringgit student prize, which was the only prize I could afford at the time. So I took her, Komela, my wife, then girlfriend, to the show, and it went really well. The date.
Okay.
She didn't know it was a date, but it went really well. And 8 years from now, we are married. So I think now that I'm taking her back to a Harith Iskander show, but I'm opening for him.
Wow.
So it has come full circle.
Okay, did you know when you were on that date that night 8 years ago that you wanted to be a comedian?
At the time, no. At the time, I was just a fan of Harith, and from afar, and I watched him perform. And I love comedy, but I didn't know then that
you were funny.
I was very funny. No, I didn't know then that I could do it on stage.
Right.
And then 4 years after that, I got a chance to do a 5-minute spot at the open mic show at Time Out KL Comedy Thursdays, and that's when it all started.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Jason Leong.
Thank you, Steven and Shaz. Always a pleasure. I love you guys. You guys are so energetic at what time? 9 a.m. in the morning is ridiculous.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. So I didn't have enough sleep. Okay. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.